There goes a 3-ingredient deodorant that you can start making at home.
Our three ingredients is going to be lavender fragrance, arrowroot powder, because arrowroot powder does not have aluminum like baking soda, and unrefined virgin coconut oil. So the first thing we want to add is a couple drops of coconut oil. Not a lot, but just a little bit, all right? And I'll tell you why in a minute. And then next we're going to add a few drops of our lavender fragrance, okay? We only need about 1 or 2 drops of the fragrance because it could be pretty strong. Now, we only want to add a little bit of coconut oil because once we start to mix it, we'll be able to determine if we need to add more coconut oil or not. All right, so once we start to mix the coconut oil in with the arrowroot and the fragrance, we'll be able to determine the texture of the deodorant that we're making. Now, we don't want the deodorant's texture to be too moist and too wet, and that's why we don't add a lot of coconut oil, just a little bit. We still want it to keep a dry consistency, but we want it to solidify and be a bit hardened. That way it can hold the oils and it could also take to our armpits. But the reason why we want it to be a little dry is so that it can actually take and absorb the moisture when we put it under our arms. If it's too moist, then it can be wet and it can be a little cakey under our armpits, and it can actually melt a lot faster, and we'll have that wet feeling under our arms, which isn't too comfortable. So we want to make sure we keep it a little dry still, but it still clumps up and still has some firmness to it, okay?
Now, depending on your diet, you might only need about this much. It takes me months to go through the little bit you just saw me make. Months, all right? Save money and save health as well, all right? It's so interesting. Once you get on a healthier path and you start doing things healthier, you realize less is actually more.